So, welcome back to Planet Zoo. Oh boy. Welcome back to Planet Zoo Career Mode Hard difficulty. This time we're doing the Madagascan Simian Conservation Project. And I sure hope I said all of those words right. I think so. Um, anyway, the description, the apprenticeship. That's great. The apprenticeship, the Madagascan Simian Conservation Zoo, is a culmination of Bernard Goodwin's work in the region, specializing in simian breed and release programs, as well as championing and highlighting the diverse species of apes and monkeys. But never want to be complacent, Bernard now wants to see what you can do in this most promising of locations. I just realized it's on Madagascar. You know what? That makes sense as to like the name. Anyway, yes, we are doing it out on hard, as normal, and we are starting new. Oh, and I've messed with the settings, so hopefully some of the background noise isn't nearly as bad, but also some of it's my computer fan, and I can't figure out how to get rid of it, so some of it is just going to be there to stay until I can get a better computer setup, which who knows when that will be, if ever. I'm not gonna worry about it if I'm just doing this for fun, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Welcome to Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh?
Yep.
Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing.
Humans are very good at naming
The
places.
zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives. Anyway, that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
Oof. Oof, Bernie. It's not a good
What
sign,
do you think
Bernie.
of Madagascar then? Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's primate sanctuary. It's not just primates though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll
All right.
start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
The camera just came. Can I move yet? There we go. The camera just came from there.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Massaoala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
Okay. This place isn't very big, so I don't think it's going to be super
The
difficult.
Bornean orangutan is such a marvellous creature. They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in, and they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera. Aren't they just incredible? When you're ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters.
Oh, right there.
Oh dear! It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed.
Okay.
And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel.
You don't have a vet already?
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement sharpish. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area.
You got that.
Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back
Okay.
over there. As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
Oh, and then we need to put...
Good. Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that. Nicely done. And I think it's high time we unbox those bonobos, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the
Boink.
habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again.
And then 2 mechanics,
So,
you say?
It turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area.
I got it. I got it, Nancy.
Gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Okay.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animal stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
Was that a concern?
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality.
Aha.
The animal's food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it. Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell. So we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you select the research centre for
There you
placement
go.
and then hover over the shell,
Is
you'll
it not
see that it
connected
asks
to
if
a
you want to
path?
add the research centre to the existing building.
It does not want me to.
Right.
Okay.
Splendid work.
I
Now
guess
that we
it
have
is.
a brand spanking new research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do
Ringtail
any other
lemur.
jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Go into the zoo section and select Vet Research.
I got it.
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Plop. Plop.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel.
Plop.
And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur.
Let me.
Although I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
There you go.
Fantastic! Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area.
Can I please get the mechanic to come to some of these habitats?
Collect your research
I
rewards.
I did.
Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. Well, now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space.
I see.
And you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame.
So, no.
Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
I am ahead of you.
Next, click on the Terrain tab. Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes. Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it?
Yes.
You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat. So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities, releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits will be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
Oh, I'm already way ahead of you.
I know, it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile.
I don't need to build a new exhibit, though.
You've definitely got potential, you know.
You're there.
I see you've been doing some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed.
Where am I?
I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more algebra. Tortoises.
Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier. Then pop it into the gap. Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
Boop, boop, boop.
When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel.
I am way ahead of you.
As I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research. Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit.
I got it.
These
Oh,
are
it's a little too
vitally
low.
important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Click
There you
on
go.
the climate tab.
One
There's
education
also
board.
an
Got it.
exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
Oh, why did I leave that on? Turn that off. Get that out of here. No.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right,
12 species,
now,
alright.
I've got a bit of a big job for you. I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them.
Right.
Go on, off you pop. I'll
Right.
check in with you when you're almost done.
Cool, cool. Oh, that's exciting. Let's see. So we definitely have this space over here and this space here for exhibits. No, habitats. Yep, I definitely know what I'm talking. The big ones. And it looks like most of the little ones are over on this side. Let's see what exhibits. Iguana, cockroach, Gila monster. Okay. Let's grab you. Whoop. 105% humidity doesn't sound like it's very much fun, honestly, not gonna lie. Okay. Okay. Boop. Boop. Frog. Okay. One. I think we need 2 more. Yeah, we need 2 more. Who's stressing you guys? Guys. Guys. Be nice to them. Be nice to our tiny fluffy friends. Okay, so we already have space. This is so hard to see. We can make a little bit of a habitat over here, I think. Yeah. Oh, those are the hippos. Got it. Just one in here. Or I could just find a place to plonk down 2 more exhibits. But see what they have available. Mandrills might be fun. Right. 1 male, 9. Okay, that's what I thought. Why do you do this? Okay. do you. And you. And you. None of these are really great. You. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Here we go. Grade 2 climb proof. Got it. Yeah, barriers. We're real high tech here. And you can tell because I'm not going to make this really pretty. I am in fact just going to, oh, okay. I'm going to get rid of the staircase over here and leave it as an elevated pathway and make this a staff only area over on this side. Because that way I won't have to worry about the fact that this is on a hill or anything. Plop. There's a time where whenever I put one of these down, it crashed the game. So let's see if that happens. There you go. That's still tall enough. Anyway, we believe we have one more. Two more. Were there already mandrills in the zoo? I didn't see any. Did I just look completely in the wrong place? There were in fact already mandrills in the zoo. Okay, you know what we're going to do then? Leave it. Because there's no way I can combine the two habitats without causing problems, probably. Well, no. Come on. Yeah, because we've got two different males. That's not gonna work. Anyway. No, I have you. Vanilla, you have you. Don't have birds to peer. See, where would be a good place for this guy's habitat? I mean, over here, really. Well, could put it over here. should only need one more, right? Yeah. Oh, that's a hazard, actually. No, I'm gonna stop you right now, actually. Come on. Resume. First of all, delete that. Second of all, I'm going to just move you for a second. Cool, thanks. No. No here too. Okay, you can come back in a tree. Too late, I guess. Anyway. I guess we're getting a giant snail. Yeah. Maybe I should hire another, maybe I should hire another vet. Or 3. Come on. There we go. Or 4. Anyway. No, it's here.
My, you have been busy, haven't you?
Yeah.
Splendid.
Let's not talk about the
But now
mandrills.
that you've adopted all these lovely new species, we need to make sure they're nice and happy. So let's get the average welfare across the zoo nice and high, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
And by we, I mean you.
Yes, I know.
Go on, get to it.
Now, let's go to you. How you doing? Hungry. Well, we will call a keeper then. Also, oh, you're eating. Okay, well, let's get you some enrichment stuff, huh? Go away, important alert requires your attention. It does not. Well, no wonder you don't have any enrichment. No wonder you're bored. It's a good place for this. Like right, we're either gonna put it right there. Ooh. How you doing? Great. Oh, your humidity is wrong. Oh, it's a little too low. Got it. There you go. What do you need? No, that's a research thing. Got it. You get to research there. You get to research there. And you get to research there. 4. There we go. It's hideous. Let's go. Oh, right. Power that little thing. Okay, who's next? We're working on you. Let's go to you. Enrichment, Did I get them a keyboard? No. You have another sprinkler now, though. That's okay. Ooh, there are different colors. How fun. Anyway, I feel like that should be enough for you. What do you need now? Oh, you guys need some of the same stuff, I imagine. There you go. Anyway. You need more research. Well, for right now, we'll call a keeper. And in the meantime, we will... Yep, there we go. What do you need? Enrichment, got it.
Lovely job there.
Oh, okay.
You should be proud of yourself.
Okay.
Not only have you expanded the zoo and kept the animals as happy as Lanny,
Okay.
but you didn't bankrupt us in the process. Amazing.
I didn't think that was possible. Okay,
Wow! Well, you've certainly transformed the zoo.
I guess we're done
rarely
here.
recognize it. A wonderful new exhibit, some fascinating new species, and you've done wonders for the animals' welfare by enriching their habitats. Who doesn't love playing with a 3-foot wide soccer ball, huh? I mean, other than professional soccer players. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't easy, though. I expect money was tighter than a possum's pouch.
No,
Plowing all those funds
not really.
back into the welfare of the animals doesn't make running these places a picnic. Although, it does make me feel a little less guilty about how much our gift shops charge. No, as far as I'm concerned, the only reason to run a zoo is to help animal kind. Sadly,
Okay.
it appears some other people have far less noble goals.
Okay, well. On that note here, it is. In all its beautifulness. Ignore this part over here. Here it is in all its beautifulness. This is exactly what it came with, but like, you know what? It looks pretty good. Thank you guys for joining me with this, and I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I don't really care. I'm going to keep doing it anyway, but I hope you're enjoying it. Anyway. Bye!